The community of New World isn't the happiest, and Amazon Game Studios needs to slow down. With secret changes increasing the grind in the end game, there is a lot to unpack here, so let's just open her up. Let's start with how we got here and something AGS can walk away with. Slow the F down. In a matter of weeks, Amazon Games has had made drastic changes, had massive battles with bugs and dupes leading to trading, then housing to be turned off. I understand the urge and the pressure of the demand for more slash new content, but you must lay the road down first before you can cross. They are trying to run before they can walk, and it kills me to see this. Coming from a fighting game background, you always let your players test the waters, find creative ways to fight or challenge the meta. It takes time for the players to kind of come up with these creative solutions that no one saw coming. Making sweeping changes as they are trying to make everyone happy instead of focusing on key things. So let's go over what they're secretly changed in New World in the latest patch. Well, first off, they replaced the well in the middle of Everfall with a fountain, and the middle of Morningdale statue is now a fountain. Nothing really major or noteworthy with that, but I thought I'd throw it in there as some light humor, because these are what secret changes should consist of. Changes that don't drastically alter the game being played and leave a sour taste in everybody's mouth. But this is what we got. They increased the difficulty of high elite level zones, for example Mirkgard or Reekwater, and it seems a lot more as well. I haven't personally gathered breakdowns of previous runs and compared to them now, like, grabbing my old footage and checking it, but I can tell that there is a noticeable difference when running these elite zones from just last week to this week. They are a lot tougher. However, not only did they make the, difficulty increased for these elite zones, they are also reducing the loot quality and quantity from these elite chests. This is probably an aims of balancing the watermark increase that recently went live, but what we wanted is covered in the next change. The community was tired of 20 plus groups just running through these zones, and what we wanted is high number of players in an area will now make the bosses even harder and the loot worse to really prevent mass amounts of players sharing these farming areas, which is another secret change they did. As I stated at the start of the video, drastic changes, overreaction. Amazon, in my eyes, is now known for this, just overreaction. They, instead of just doing the one change, they did all three changes, made the bosses tougher, or made the zones tougher, made the drops worse, and on top of that, they reduced how many people can be in these areas, and to make it even further worse, because now to run these areas effectively, now you need 10-15 people, right, to just kind of breeze through it at a decent pace, right? Maybe even 20 people, who knows? You need a lot more people than you did previously, but now because of that, I don't know, it's just, I feel like it's kind of counterintuitive in my opinion. Anyways, let's just keep going. They also adjusted pathing and paths that were allowing players to skip high-level mobs to access the elite bosses for a little bit more of a direct flow. However, I can just foresee everyone just running through to collect the chest while you're there trying to clear everything out, and boom, now Eric just brought you 20 more guys to kill. Thanks, Eric. You're a great pal. So I understand why they did this change. However, I don't know if it's going to really do anything. But sure, fix the paths. Let's see what happens. Again, like I said earlier, let the players figure it out. Alright, so next we're going to kind of go over the secret weapon changes. I'm probably going to make some videos on at least the musket about some of the changes that have come out because of this. The grenade is twice as good as it was previously. But anyways, let's just kind of go over these changes real quick. So they removed the possibility to cancel animation of penetrating shot. And on top of that, musket reload time was reduced about 10%. I linked this video down below of what you're kind of watching now. If you want to witness the changes to the musket reload time compared, it's short. It's pretty much like 5 shots, basically removes 1 second in total duration. So it takes you about 5 shots, about 8 seconds previously, but now it's like 7. It's pretty noticeable, honestly. Next, you can't dash cancel to start up a flamethrower anymore. They removed luck per several weapons, making it only available via the legendary versions. And then that pretty much sums up all the secret changes that I've come across so far for weapons. So next we're going to kind of go into crafting. For crafting, it shows you when you have plenty of required items for a quest, which is actually one of my favorite changes. I don't know how many times I've had to exit out the crafting menu to see how many more I need to craft, so this is a thumbs up by me. For Arcana, they added a new concoction called Alkalist. I think I'm calling that right. If not, let me know down in the comments below. But anyways, which is going to be a fundamental item in making potions, which will be good use of the Hyssop. Previously, there wasn't much use for farming herbs unless you're, a cook and looking for a spice, but now there is more of a use for this Hyssop. So I like this addition and it makes sense. I can finally get rid of like the 200 I have sitting in my inventory. So with these items said, did I miss anything, and do you agree with my notion that Amazon Games is moving too quick and they need to slow down? I appreciate the communication and dedication to make changes, but sometimes going too fast is more harmful than not. If you look over at Reddit, there's much argument going on, and overall consensus is they're not happy. I think some of the quality of life changes here are awesome, but that will only go so far. Let's hope they'll get this right. If you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe, bell icon, and I'll see you guys on the next video. It's Feb.